Hey Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, how are you water signs? Welcome to the Lumiere channel. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently today. I'm kind of into it. I've done 2 other signs before this and I found my groove, so I hope you enjoy this. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's nice. Man, I get it. I get why people do tarot. Once you learn that shit, the shit just comes through faster, I think. But again, it's sort of like cliff notes at the same time. In any case, I'm rambling. Welcome to the reading, your week in love for the 10th through the 14th. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull general guidance for water signs, and then I'm going to go in and relate that guidance to each Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So stay tuned, sit back, relax, suspend your judgment, and see how this unravels for you. Okay? Oh, you know what I should have done? Yeah. Oh well. I'll have to do soulmates next time, maybe. Because sometimes the situations are not with who you think it is. That's why I say suspend your judgment, because it shows up in different ways. Alright, may I please have the guidance, please, when it comes to love, romance, for Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces for January 10th through the 14th, please. Thanks. Romance guidance for Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Unfinished business, of course. Unfinished symphony. It's not of course, but it's just, unfinished symphony. Woo! So, reading the relationship message. Moving on is difficult when love lingers. Things are left unsaid, and you haven't had the opportunity for closure in your relationship and in your heart. You can still feel bound up in relationships when closure is denied you. It's important to achieve this for yourself. Write that letter, make that call, or have that conversation over a cup of coffee. For peace of mind, accept matters as they are. Make amends if need be, and declare your feelings, even if only to yourself. Be clear about what was left unresolved and close the door on the past so you can set yourself free. Only then can new love blossom. So, it's looking like the guidance here is to set yourself free from unfinished business in love. If this is something that's been weighing heavily on your heart, how can you set yourself free from it? Have you talked the situation to death with this significant person or situation? If so, perhaps it's time to try a different tactic, or actually say what you mean to say and not the surface level things that you mean to say. Rather than saying you don't call me, you don't text me, you don't this, that, and the other, you get to the root of it. Do you know what the root of it? The root of it could be, I feel unloved. And I don't know what to do about that. Done. That's the unfinished business. It could be saying it to yourself, admitting it to yourself, finding out that root cause for yourself, and just admitting it to yourself, acknowledging it within yourself. Or for some of you, it may reach a point where you do need to write that letter, make that phone call, ask someone out for a cup of coffee. This could even be in terms of whether you never ask that person out, even. It doesn't have to be with an ex-lover or an ex-situation. It could be where you never gave someone a chance, and perhaps it's time for you to either end that thing and say you chose not to give them a chance, or see if there is a chance there. It goes multiple ways. What is your unfinished song when it comes to love, and how can it be addressed this weekend? Let's find out specifically. Ugh. There's 78 cards in the tarot deck, and I see the same ones sometimes. I saw the Tower, and I was just like, ooh. So for Cancer, what situation does this, thanks, relate to for Cancer, please? Queen of Swords. And what is the specific guidance that for Cancer as it relates to this general guidance, please? The clarification. Put your swords down. There is no winner in this unfinished song. Cancer, if the situation is where you've been cold to somebody, you've been iced out by someone, there's been regiment and rules and distance, silence between you and somebody. The guidance is to put down their swords, because at this point no one is really a winner. Okay? Things may be stagnant. Here. And the guidance is to lay down your swords. All of them. In this situation. Maybe lay your guard down. Allow the other person to lay their guard down. It looks like it's not going to be easy. Ooh, looks like it's going to be difficult, actually. To drop defenses, because this doesn't look like it's been a walk in the park. That's your guidance here in love. To lay down your swords, because it doesn't seem like there's any winning here. It's almost like if someone did reach out in the past, or if you reached out in the past, it's almost like a tit for tat now. It's almost like if they reached out in the past, or there was a situation in the past where, okay, for people who are dealing with someone, if there was a situation in the past where someone had their guard up but wanted you to speak, right? Or you had your guard up and you wanted them to say the things. Either way, it's kind of looking like there's this tit for tat type thing, like, oh, you're not gonna talk, I'm not gonna talk. Oh, you're gonna I'm gonna like, I'm gonna ignore you if you're reaching out to me. We're gonna just play this kind of, I reach out to you, you reach out to me, and we ignore each other, like we do that whole thing. It may be a call to lay down your swords. Yeah. And not be so in your feelings about it. But that's for you to take if you so choose. Okay? Cancer. Scorpio. Scorpio. What situation does this pertain to for Scorpio? And what is the clarification of the guidance for Scorpio specifically? this is interesting. Oh. It's looking like the situation is with somebody who may have wanted to be with you, or wanted to take you out, or wanted to something towards you, but you may have rejected them and kind of ignored them, or told them to talk to the hand because you weren't listening. Because you were dealing with somebody else. You were maybe, oh my god, that's not what I'm, okay. Because you were seeing someone else or attached to someone else. Or rather, that is the situation, and your guidance is if if there aren't two people here, right? That's a story with two people. The guidance is to the same. Finish up your business, right? Sort of figure out which side of the line you want to be on. Alternatively, there's something here where, and you could be attached to anything else if it's not a person, if it's other stuff. But if this is someone who's dealing with the same person, it's looking like in the past someone may have, I feel like someone made an offer to you, or someone may have come with, dare I say it, a crumb. Someone may have come with something tiny that you that you thought would mean something, that would build into something. And instead, your thoughts wound up getting away from you, and you were attached to that tiny thing that they gave. There's also something here about finishing whatever it is you're connected to when it comes to romance. So there could be in your life, if you're single or with someone, or whatever the situation is for you, Scorpio, there seem to be certain opportunities around you, or an opportunity in particular, that is being offered to you, or has been offered to you, or will be offered to you this weekend. But because you are still entangled in some stuff, it's hard for you to leave that stuff in order to embrace and receive this offer. For some of you, I'm getting this offer is not for you right now, and you do need to finish whatever is going on right now. For others of you, finish it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for others, for some of you, it's for the first some of you, you need to, you're still here. You're still in this entanglement. You're trying to leave it, but it still has its hold on you because it's not done yet. It still needs to, it's still active. It's a song that is not yet over. It's unfinished in that way, and that it's not yet ready to be finished. Okay? And that's your guidance to continue working on finishing it. Present participle. Right? That's like ing, running. You're in the action. For others of you, what I'm seeing, before you can get whatever this ace, right? Because in that situation, this can't grow here. This can't be planted here. This can't flourish here necessarily. This needs to finish. Whatever this is, it doesn't necessarily have to be bad or good. It's just this needs to sort of be attended to for that group of people. For another group of people, this needs to end. This needs to be finished. This song has it's a song that's been played all summer and it needs to die now. End it in order to bring in the new. Now, I don't know what this is for you. This could be some sort of cigarette. I don't know, shit. It could be a job. It could be whatever this is for you, but it's blocking your new. Okay, Scorpio? Good luck, honey. Pisces. What is this situation about for Pisces? Referring to for Pisces specifically. Oh, that's nice. I swear the Ace of Cups has been trying to show itself to me all day. Oh, it's 4:30 a.m. Jesus Christ, I need to go to bed. What is this situation in regards to things? Ace of Pentacles. What is... Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What is the clarification for Pisces as it relates to this guidance? Right off the bat, it seems like there's a call for you to walk away from this King of Wands, just because they're just not even paying attention to one another, like, at all. This King of Wands exists pretty much on a whole separate plane from this Five of Pentacles. It almost feels like this is like a meta version of him, and this is the conscious, and this is just the super subconscious. But the situation is this attractive situation that's distracting you in a way. Or someone who's been distracted from you and addressing the rejection, addressing the abandonment, addressing how they haven't paid attention to you, addressing the need for the resources that they seem to have that you don't. They're sitting in a whole palace and you're outside in the streets in rags in the winter. Perhaps addressing that's unfinished between you and this King of Wands. If the King of Wands is a separate person and the Five of Pentacles is that, or it could be even you addressing leaving someone out in the cold while you have everything, or while you're attending to something else. It could also be addressing to how outside of someone kind of leaving you or ignoring you in this time of need, or not being there for you in this time of need, and you expressing that, it could also be where, I guess I'm hearing whispers of like Halsey's Without Me, where this is someone who you may have propped up, and when you're in your time of need, they're not propping you up. And I guess that's the same story. Alternatively, you could be the one sitting pretty, and that's the past situation, and now you're not. That's not even where I was going to go with that. I was going to say they aren't, but I already kind of said that story, didn't I? Where the situation is someone's sitting pretty and someone isn't. Someone is in need and someone has it all. Someone is busy. The situation is where someone is busy, too busy. Meanwhile, you may be feeling neglected. I don't get it. Nine of Cups in reverse, ten of Cups in the upright. It looks like the person who looks like they have everything actually doesn't. And the person who looks like they have nothing actually does. Fuck, Pisces. No wonder there's such an interchangeability here. Unfinished song indeed. Because if this is two people here, if this is, the situation is a person and you are the Five of Pentacles, and then that Ace of Cups that came out, was that for you or is that for Scorpio? The Ace is here. When you come together, the Ace is there because you guys are sharing something. This robe that he's wearing is this robe that she's wearing. There was a situation where if this is an energy where the King of Wands was two people together, it was passionate, it was fun, it was good. You lived in your own world and didn't care much for other stuff. You didn't need anything, I guess. I don't know why the Nine of Cups is either, but maybe you just didn't need anything. Like you didn't need anything outside of each other. And with the Five of Pentacles is where you as an entity, as a two-person couple situation are, where you're separated from each other. You're feeling abandoned by one another, and you feel happy about it? What? I don't get it. Anyway, when it comes to your guidance, Pisces, it's looking like the unfinished business is somehow about feeling this cold, this draft between the person and you, and sorry, and somehow feeling happy about it. What? I guess so. If this is one person, perhaps when you were together, you were feeling happy. When you were apart, you weren't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is not it. The unfinished business. Sorry. Oh God, I'm so tired. The unfinished business. If I look at this as the energy of the King of Wands, it's still someone who is alone and rich. Okay, someone who's alone and has it all. Did I say that at some point in the video? I'm getting confused. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Someone who has it all. They have the kingdom, they have the business, they have the stuff, they're finicking in it. But they're missing. They're not wish fulfilled. They're not happy. Right? The situation. There's an emptiness there. The unfinished business, what needs to be addressed, is that actually, truly enough, that is the superconscious, the unconscious, super unconscious, where, oh, I'll come through, where your unfinished business, your unfinished song, is that you may be feeling cold and left out without them. Because even if you have the pentacles, even if you have the structure, the castle, the kingdom, there's still a piece of you that's not with you, and that makes you happy. That even now, when you are stable, and when you are or were stable, you were unhappy. But when you weren't stable, you were still happy because of the unfinished song. It's mismatched. That's why when these two come together, there's something about coming together here, because I've been seeing that. This is a 9, this is a 10, and they come together, they cancel each other out and have the ace. When they come together, there's that mutual ace of cups, the missing piece. The unfinished symphony here is the fact that you're separated. Your guidance is to finish the symphony. Finish the song. Write that letter. Go for that coffee. Sing that song. Find your way to get back into your castle and your crown. Bring that 10 of cups. Cancel out that 9 of cups in reverse so that you get that ace.